Now, sporting a brand new short haircut, Deepika Padukone was not as scared of Anupama Akhtar chopping off her locks as much as she was scared of Anupama's better half, Farhan, on the sets of Karthik Calling Karthik. Here's Deepika sharing the experience with consulting editor films Anupama Chopra.
Deepika, Farhan Akhtar says Karthik Calling Karthik is a romantic thriller. Can you elaborate on that?
You know, normally when we talk about our films, there's always a little more that you can say, but with this film, I think the fact that it is a thriller, it's not very complicated. I think it's very easy to sort of guess and get. So I think we should just leave it at that. But yeah, but having
you're not going to say anything.
But having said that, yes, it is a romantic thriller. It's about this boy called this man called Karthik who goes about his everyday life. Has this boring 9-to-5 job. He's a loser. He's someone who's extremely low on self-confidence. He has issues with voicing his opinion. He's in love with this girl. He doesn't know how to express himself. And then how one day he receives a call from this other person who also claims to be Karthik, and then how that one call changes his life.
But it's not dark. When you say thriller, it doesn't go into sort of black spaces.
I think I'd be giving away too much if I said that, but be ready for a thriller.
More than a romance.
Yeah. But there is a lot of romance in the film as well, because I think somewhere the character that I play, Shonali, also has a huge part to play in the change that you see in Karthik eventually and things like that. But yes, it is more a thriller than a romantic film.
Now, many Bollywood actors are also producers, but very few Bollywood actors are also directors. So what does that bring to the table when your co-star is a director?
Honestly, I've said this many times, but I was very nervous when Vijay, narrated the whole thing to me, and then he said that, we're planning to cast Farhan. I was very nervous because in my head, for me, he's a director. I don't look at him as a singer and as an anchor, whatever else. For me, he's a director first. And so in my head, I'm thinking he's going to judge me, and maybe he's considering me for one of his films, and what if I don't perform well, and what if he doesn't cast me in a film. And these are my insecurities as an actor, obviously. But it was great. And I think somewhere he completely switched off as a producer, as a director and everything else. And he was there completely as an actor. And I hope I've made enough of an impact with my performance that he'd probably want to cast me in one of his films. I hope so.
Tuba.com